And then I arrived in Tibet on about September, maybe 27th of 1987. I didn't know it, but there was a protest that day. And then I was just recovering from altitude, so I didn't go out much until the third day, fourth day, October 1st. I felt better, and I thought, I must go to this temple, this 𝐬𝐞𝐞 temple. I was planning to leave the next day to go, and I wanted to go to Sopu. I'd heard that one could go there and meditate or something like that. And I never got there because there was a big demonstration that day in the square in front of the 𝐬𝐞𝐞, in front of in the square in front of the police station, which everyone knows about. So I guess that incident changed my path. I just happened to walk into the square. It had already started because I didn't know what was happening. But an American guy who'd been there from a bit earlier in the morning by chance, he had actually been arrested. And he rushed out of the police station. They let him go because they didn't want to have a Westerner in their hands. And he told me what he'd seen. This was about maybe 10 o'clock in the morning. It had started at about 9 o'clock. And he said inside they're beating the monks. And I remember him describing them beating a monk with a spade or something like that. So suddenly I was in the middle of this demonstration, and I had to decide what's my responsibility, ethically what should I be doing. So I just decided, I decided I must make sure these Westerners don't get involved in the crowd, because then they'll be photographed and the Chinese will use it as evidence to show provoked by Westerners. Of course, a couple of Westerners did do that. And I think that was a bit unfortunate in terms of that wasn't really the smartest thing to do. But anyway, most of the Westerners, there were other tourists around, they stayed with me, and we discussed it, and we said, we're going to watch, we're going to witness, we're going to take photographs. And I arranged for people to smuggle the photographs out through someone who didn't have a camera, because we guessed that the police would stop people with cameras and take the film. So we managed to get footage safely out. So I tried to develop this idea that we observe and they see us observing, that will maybe deter them from shooting. Didn't deter, it's deterred them for a while, but not for very long.